Hello guys, today I would like to show you how I'm fixing a Philips wake up light, which is basically a quite interesting device. This is basically an alarm clock that have a bulb inside, and when the wake up alarm clock is going to sound, it slowly start and light this bulb from dimming to the 100%, and that will give your eyes, when you sleep, a feeling that the sun is slowly rising and you should wake up better. I don't know about it, but it looks like it's working and doing a pretty good job. That's the model number, the HF3485. And this was a quite expensive device. I believe it can cost up to $300 US dollars. And I've got it not working. And I would like to make it working again. And what's the problem? The problem is none of the buttons are working. It was display the time on the screen, which is over there, but you cannot turn on the bulb and you cannot adjust the timer. But from what I see, which was there was a lever over here which was activating a switch, sliding switch inside, and this lever was working, so it was reacting. And from that observation, the clock was ticking. That was mean that the MCU, the microprocessor, was working. The real-time clock was also working, and because the lever was working, that means that the CPU, the MCU, is working and it was accepting the input. So I was start thinking that there might be a problem with the buttons, so just on the user interface. And yes, I was right, and one of the buttons was failed, and I'm going to replace it. They are extremely cheap. They are the tactile switch, and I'm going to replace all of them. I'm going to find it in my box and I'm going to replace all of them. So as you can see, you've got 6 buttons over on that board. The standard tactile switches. I think that's the smallest one from the Angel, the 90 degrees. I'm going to replace all of them, and I'm also going to replace 4 of them from the main board. And I can tell you that I was testing it, and after removing the shorted one, because it was shorted and it was introducing the resistance, I believe all of these push buttons are just adding a resistor, and the MCU is calculating which the MCU was pressed. And because it was shorted, it was sending a feedback all the time, and the MCU was not taking any other input from the buttons. So here you can see what's inside. There is most likely a dimming circuitry for the bulb, and we've got our microprocessor board. We've got flex for the other board. There is most likely the CPU, because we've got our crystal or the real-time clock. So that's how it looks like. We've got a speaker and the transformer, the very nice linear transformer. So I'm going to replace all of them because that will take some time and it's not interesting. And then I'm going to show you how to put it back, because I was struggling to make it open without breaking, and hopefully I spent like over a half of an hour prying it using different screwdriver just to not break anything, and I'm going to show you the reverse process, so stay with me. Okay, so as you can see, I'm back. I've got a bulb inside. I replace the button. I glue that little elements that we've got on the top, and let's try to adjust. Let's go to the section the setting the alarm, and now I can adjust the time. I can go to the select. As you can see, it's working. Now let's try the menu button, and yes, it go into menu. Let's try to light up the bulb, and as you can see, it's working. I can adjust the brightness, which is working okay. The FM radio also is working. So it looks like I make a good job. And now let's try to put it back, and I'm going to show you what's the most tricky part. Okay, so just a little thing, if you want to open this device, if you want to replace the tactile, over here first you need to remove that element, that front panel, and you are going it by pressing a screwdriver over here and over here, over there and over there. And if you want to put it back, you just snap it back in place. Just like that, and all the buttons are working. But you also need to unscrew the board if you want to pull it out, and you have to pry that element, and over there you've got a 2 screw. So you have to pry the front panel and remove the 2 screw, and then you've got access to all your tactile switches, and you have to glue it back. So that's how it looks like. Very easy, but you have to be quite careful, because I think that might be broken easily if you are careful enough. Okay, so as you can see, I put our bulb on this shaking platform, which is very nice, and the main base, the main plastic element, is screwed on the bottom just by a 4 screw. There is no clips, no hooks, so I'm not going to show you, because that part is very easy. And if you are opening it, you do not need to remove this screw at the beginning when you got this element. I would also not recommend you unscrewing this 4 screw before you end up like that. Then we have to make sure we've got a clean our clock window from the inside, and we are going to put it on top. And this is the most complicated part, because as you can see, we've got many hooks, that tiny clips, plastic, which are very easy to break. And as you can see, I can proudly show you that I managed to not break it, and I was using this first time, so I didn't know the location, and I do not use any other tool than that 2 screwdrivers, that very tiny. I was just sliding and pushing, and I managed to make it working. So we aligned our display, and as you can hear, some of the hooks already clipped. Here are the location of the hooks over there. over there, over there, over there, over here, and over here. You can see them by that element, and you just have to pull them. And I'm going to push it. It will make a nice click sound, and as you can see, it's done. And now the bottom part, and the bottom part is held by that 1, 2, 3 and 4 hooks. So we are just going to put it like that on the bottom. So I'm going to guide the wires, and we have to just align them. It should be quite easy, I think. I believe that's the clip. So let's try to align the slide for the wire. I think that will be our best guide. The wires go over there. As you can see, the wire was there, and now we have to press it and make it click. And it's done. As you can see, the reverse process looks very easy, but believe me, if you don't know where it is, I spent a really long time just by probing and prying, place by place. Now you can see the video and you exactly know where to pry. Okay, and the last thing, but not the least, is our top cap. So as you can see, my first try was to unscrew that 3 screws. I didn't know how to open that, and I was putting my hand inside and I was unscrewing that, thinking that might be remove that diffuser, but it didn't work. And so now you know that it's just waste of your time. You can unscrew that very easy when you remove it. And we have to put our cap back and twist. You just use it for replacing the bulb. Okay, so last try. I'm going to put it back into our power supply. Okay, I hope we've got a focus. I powered it on, and as you can see, we've got a nice time. Now try to set up the alarm. And as you can see, we can adjust the time. We can go to the minutes, and we can also go. It's working. Let's try the menu button. And yes, we've got our menu button. I don't know what's going on. Let's check it. Let's check our bird, and it's playing. Okay, let's set up the cow, and as you can see, it's working perfect. Let's try the FM radio, and yes, it's working. Let's try the light, and as you can see, it's working perfect. We can turn it a little bit down, and it's working. So as you can see, we fixed our device. That was a very easy, very cheap job, because the tactile buttons are very inexpensive, and we fixed something that costs almost $300 US. So I hope you can save your money by fixing your device. Of course, if it's out of the warranty. If it's on warranty, just send it for repair. So thank you very much for watching. See you next time. I hope it helped. Bye bye.